Hi guys, welcome back to Percy's RC, and today we've got the Kyosho NSR500 unboxing, and I don't know whether any of you guys have ever built one of these or seen them running, but they're quite a nice little kit to do from what I can gather. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unbox it and then build it and then run it. So stay with me. Okay, so let's unbox this kit, see what's in it, see what we've got. Right, we've got fairings around the size of the motorcycle. This is 1/8 scale apparently as well. I've got disc brakes, chassis in there. They're the wheels. Quite soft, quite soft. They look like linkages, and we've got the rider there. So, and he actually moves on the bike as it goes from left to right, from what I can gather. That's the tiny little motor they send with it. I didn't realise it would be such a small motor. But what I have done is decided not to go with that, and I've gone for the brushless version there. It's a Hobby Wing Easy Run. Look at that motor. Tiny little thing with a setup there and a tiny little ESC to go in. So that's a little upgrade that we're going to do with it as we're building it, because apparently these are very hard to, once they're built, very hard to upgrade. We've got engine and mountings, etc. there. More screws, mountings. Coil spring, I presume for the monoshock at the back, etc. We've got grease, more screws, Allen keys. They look like the sprocket and the gears in there. The metal parts here, this looks quite heavy stuff. They look like the front fork shocks. I presume these are the counterweights inside to keep it stable, keep it nice and heavy low down. And what's that we've got? Oh, we've got the chain, because this thing actually runs on a chain. I'm not sure what them bits are. And there's a tiny little servo for the steering. There we go. Look at how tiny that is. That's great, isn't it? And of course, then we've got stickers. And this, what really sold me with this is, I'm a big lover of the Rothmans. Although this isn't Rothmans anymore, but the same style, you know. It's branding nowadays. You're not allowed to do cigarette livery, so we go down this route now. But this, I just love this colour scheme, so that's what really sold me with this. So it'll match the Porsche 959 and the Porsche 956 that I've still got to build. So without further ado, let's get this all back in the box and let's get it built. See you soon. So that's page 1 done. Page 2 next. And that's page 2 done. Got the servo mounted in there. And we've got the ESC and speed controller just there. Page 3. Okay, so that's page 3 done there. We've got the steering in, as you can see, and take it these are what move the rider, so they go in with the inside the rider to make him move left and right as per the steering. And there we've got the gearbox with the chain in. So let's get on to page 4. What a great build, very technical, very, very technical. It's probably one of the hardest builds I've done so far, really. So, page 4 it is. Okay, so that's page 4. It's all coming together, the gearbox is in there, the chain's pulled through. It's all very tight in there, extremely tight. But yeah, wicked build, wicked build. There we go, that's the back wheel on. The front shock's assembled, nice and spongy. A little trouble with the orientation of the chain. I got it coming up both over the top of this swinging arm, so I just take a little bit apart and run it back under here. But it didn't take too long, only a few minutes. But this build is just getting better and better. So, next page. Okay, so we've got the front wheel installed on the shocks. Moving nicely there. We've got all this fuel tank and the fairing at the back. One thing I've realised on this build is a bit unlike Tamiya's, where it tells you to paint things and stuff as you're going and what have you. In the Kyosho, I suppose it's a lesson learned. Always read through the manual first, because you see at the end that some of these bits need painting too, so I've had to go back quite a bit, but to strip all this back and spray this is basically take it all apart. So what I'm going to do is let's get it built, see how much of it we actually see. It might just be a matter of just painting it with a hand brush, silver, but I've done the wheels gold and sprayed all these other parts up already. But it's what a wicked build, and with it this being brushless now, I put this in the brushless, and look how tight it is in there. When you whip this thing, get it going, it is pretty quick, very quick. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and let's get that rider on and the rest built. Stay with me. Okay, so that's it, all built. Rider, well, looks like it's been in a crash, so we just got to get all the decals back on, and then she's ready to rock and roll. I can just say this has been a pretty epic build, very hard. It's not a first time builder's build, but wow, brilliant. So let's get these decals on. Okay guys, so there it is in its finished glory. What an epic build this is. Like I said earlier in the video, what Kyosho don't tell you to do as you're building it is a lot of painting and a lot of putting the transfer, you know, the decals on as well, while you're actually building this, because once this is built, you can't get all them decals and you can't paint this, so you've got to take it all apart. And yeah, it's a good learning curve, but yeah, we've got the black mudguard done in black there now, and so is it all the exhausts, all the brake pads, you know, the brake calipers all done in gold. What a wicked build this is. I've just run a battery through it, but something wrong with one of the batteries, so it doesn't look as though I'm going to be running this anytime soon until I can get another battery ordered and what have you. But if you ever get the chance, try and build one of these, you know, because like the rider, look at him, side to side, every time you move. It's just a wicked build. It's definitely not a first timer's. It's you know, it's quite a complex build. It's not easy at all, but it's very rewarding. You see that paint job, and I'm a sucker for the Rothman's sort of colours, and all this has this with the cigarette livery branding. They're not allowed to do it anymore, but these colours, this has got to match the Porsche 956 that we've got to build over there. And I've got a Porsche, the original Porsche 959 from when I was a kid. So these three together have got a little smashing, absolutely smashing. So yeah, hope you like that build video. And I say, if I can get a bit of running footage on this, once I get a new battery, I'm going to put it on as well. Anyway, I hope you like this, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because every like, every subscribe costs you nothing. Just click that button, subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and we can get some better content on the show. You know, we've got the Supermoto here. There's all sorts coming in and what have you all the time. And it does cost a pretty penny, you know what I mean, try and keep up with these things that are coming out. And I've got so much else to show, and do a lot more vintage running as well. I think we're going to do a bit more of that. Now the weather's better in the UK. We've got sunshine finally, so we can get out and get them cars, run them old vintage cars, and give them a good blast. So anyway, take care and see you soon.